where you can find some of the information that I've been talking about in other videos. So hopefully this one is going to help you in navigating the process. Again, some of these things you may not need them, but if you do, at least you can always check back into this video. So I have chosen randomly, I have chosen a university. So this is the Nottingham Trent University, and I've just chosen again a random course. I think they actually have quite a few MRes courses, if I can remember. Let me go back on my screen here. Yeah, so I just went on their website and I just searched MRes. So, and it's giving me 173 results. That's a lot. It may be all right. So this is combined with articles, with, news, whatever, and then the courses. So I have, apologies. So I have just chosen one of them at random. Which one did I choose again? It's like I've missed it. So they have quite a few. So if you're interested in maybe things like physics, medical imaging, mathematics, and so on and so forth, to make things easier, because there's a lot of mix here, you can just come. Can you stop doing that? You can just come to courses and just select the course. So this is going to take out all of the fluff and only the course. So from here, I can see that they have about 21 courses that has MRes in it. Now, obviously, I have mentioned in previous videos that you need to check that it is thought-based, or sorry, it is research-based MRes, because that then have implication for dependence and all of that. But I'm not going to dig into that here, because I've already told you how you can check that in other video, and also how you can do more inquiry if you can't find the information on here, because sometimes you may not be able to find it. So I picked one at random. Where's the one I picked at random? I think it was pharmaceutical. I mean, we could use anyone. It doesn't have to be that one. Okay, yeah, it was this one I just chose at random. So let's say I'm interested in pharmaceutical and medicinal science as MRes. Sorry, my screen is just so very sensitive. It just keeps jumping. So I have this as MRes, right? Excuse me. I look at, this is at master's level. Yep, entry requirements. So all of the information that I need, I'm going to find here. Start date is here. They have several start dates. So this tells me that they do intake, I think, twice a year. So there's January 2025, which is gone, obviously, and then September 2025 and January 2026. Now, you may be thinking, okay, I'm going to do September 2025, but it would depend on if you contact the uni, because this September may be filled up. It depends on the course. So it's possible that they already filled up for September and it may be January. And even some unis are even filled up for the next year, January. So, places are going really fast for MRes as it is. Now, one of the things you also want to check when you're looking at MRes or deciding is that you want to make sure it's an on-campus delivery. The reason is some MRes are online, and so if it is an online delivery, you probably won't be able to have that dependence or even come into the country as a result of that program. So you want to make sure you're applying for the one that is on campus. Now this one is 1 year full-time. Practically all the MRes that I've come across are 1 year for now. So I haven't seen any 2 years MRes full-time. So 1 year full-time for now is ticking all of the boxes. So these are the information about this course, supporting you, the kind of support you have, blah, 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 why this uni. Now, for those that have listened to my video on personal statements and applying to unis about, using personal statements too, because I did say sometimes MRes, again, the interest is very high and competition is high. A lot of people are interested in it, so places are going really fast. So it's not like your general MSc or MA where the bar may not be that high in terms of selection, because if you only have 10 people and you have 10 slots, you probably take most of them if they meet a minimum threshold. But here, because there's a lot of people that are interested, it makes it even more challenging or makes it higher, meaning that you have to put in more effort. So your personal statement, for example, shouldn't just be a tick box exercise where you just put one or two things. You have to really dig in. So that being said, I'm going to be, if I was to write my personal statement for this program, I'm going to come to this about this course. There's a part in your personal statement. One of the things we want to know about is why this course? So this is something you can pick from here just to begin with. You can also dig further, obviously you should, but just from this page I can see why this course, and I can write on, these as the reason why I want to study this course. And also my personal interest as well, or my personal reason would also come in, but definitely something from here would be helpful. The other one is my why this uni. That's also something that you would see, or you should be putting on your personal statement. So why this uni? You could see high quality courses because of the uni, flexible study option. That may not be very useful to you because you won't be doing part-time. Top quality facilities and I was going to say faculties. Top quality facilities and study in outstanding chemistry facility. Again, they are talking about their facilities and the accredited nature of their course. You can highlight that. So that would help you. Definitely hone in on the accreditation because I think they are very proud of that. What you study. So here, this gives you the detail of what your MRes is going to be about, what your course is going to be about. So you're going to have, as a postgraduate chemistry student, you would have opportunity to take research beyond the lab and into spotlight at our prestigious master's research conference. So I think a lot of uni are having this now because we also have it for our own program as well. Our MRes, the Masters of Public Health MRes, we do have a conference for our students. So obviously this is something that you would mention, or you should mention in your application. What else they talk about? They talk about prize giving award, to motivate you and all of that. Now the courses itself, so the modules that you're going to study. So they have organic chemistry, organic synthesis, characterization of biologically active compound. That's one module. There's another module, computational chemistry and drug design, research method, and projects. So these three, I think if I was to try and decipher if this is first of all, I'm seeing a lot of things that tells me this is an MRes that can allow dependents come in with, because it's on campus, it's 1 year, but also because of these programs. I mentioned it in my other video on how you can figure out if your MRes can take on dependent. This is because you can see there are just 3 courses or 3 modules here, sorry. So there are just 3 modules, 1, 2, 3, right? And these modules potentially are taught, and then you have the research module. In fact, I think these 2 are the subject-based modules and they are taught. But this other module, this research method and this research project, is not, they may not necessarily be taught. They are, I think this one is independent study, so that means you will not actually be really taught, but you will be given some activities, tasks and all that for you to make sure that you're updating your research skills or developing it, depending on. Now for the research module, the project one of the things I will also look at is the credits that they have allocated. So this is giving 120 credits, so that's a lot of credit, and that tells me this is definitely not a taught masters. And so they have examples of project titles. Now if I were you, or if I was someone that is applying to this is one of the things I will probably figure out. Is any of these, am I interested in any of these, and I can use that because most likely they have expertise in this area. That's why they have listed out some of these. So you can go through the uni website and really get a lot of information, what we've talked about, some of these modules, reason for the uni, reading. You can always find out reason for UK, why are you coming to the UK. I think that one is like easy enough, just butter them up. Yeah, so sorry, let's keep jumping. What equipment we need. So these are some of the things they will be using. Again, if you have previous experience, which is what I encourage, if you're doing an MRes, ideally you should have a good experience of the area, so you're not jumping from agree to this, for example, because you would then struggle with the taught knowledge, which you don't have. But if you already have the taught knowledge, so that means some of these equipment you probably have used them before, so highlight those in your personal statement. It will really help. Learn a new language. Okay, I think that's just something they give you if you want to learn a new language at the uni. So this is how you'll be assessed. So that means you're going to submit 60% coursework, 30% written, and probably that might be exam, and 10% practical. Lecture, seminar, blah, 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 all of that, 10%, that's really small. And then independent study of 90%. So that means a whole lot of what you'll be doing will be with your supervisor. Again, that's like the hallmark of how MRes differ from a taught masters. So this is one of the lecturers. So if I was applying for this, I will go to this person's profile and I'll kind of look at their, you could see, I'll look at some of their achievements and what they are interested in, and that may influence or inform my application information as well. Also, aside from them, because this is just one person, what I will do, let me see if I can find it. I will go to their staff page. Right. So no, not that one. I'll go to their staff page. Need to find it. And just find where's this schools. Yeah, I think we're here. No, that's not it. All right. So this is international. Okay, yeah. I'll also check this international page. It's very important because a lot of information about country requirements, fee and whatnot, specific to certain country will be here. But I'm trying to pull out their uni where I can find information about their staff because that's very important to find. They should have it here. So normally they have different faculties, and then you're able to just drill down to the faculty you're interested in and get staff information, and that can help you as well. Yeah, this one. Took a while, we got there. So this is the academic school. So I'm just going to click on that, and they would have all of their schools. Now, to be honest, because I'm doing this in a field that I'm not really familiar with, I don't know which school that that course will fall under. I think it won't be environmental, it won't be built. It's probably will be science and technology, I think. So let me check that. Something chemistry, pharmacy, chemistry, pharmacy. So and then they have, yeah, so they have the Department of Bio Sciences, Computing, Engineering. Oh, it's quite a lot of departments. And these meets our academic staff, right? So you could see, sorry, as you can see, there are quite a few staff. I can view all staff, but that's going to be a lot. This is literally 288 pages. Sorry, 88 individuals. That's just too much. That's because I have not narrowed it down. So I'm going to go back and narrow it down to, I think it should be chemistry. So if I try that, it may or may not be. But let's say it's chemistry because it sounds like it has chemistry in it. So 19 staff. So I am going to go through all of these individuals and just look at their profile. What? Oh, wait. It's the one because this is the same person I clicked on earlier randomly. Okay, let's pick somebody else. So let's say maybe this Matthew person. Just click on them and then I will be able to see one, what they teach, some of the modules they teach, all of these. Okay, these are, I think, undergraduates. I don't know how they do their module code, but it sounds like it's undergraduate. This is probably 100 level, 200, 400, or 300 or whatever. So yeah, I will, because I have clicked on them, I'm going to come here, right? This is actually where I'm more interested in, not the modules they've taught. So this is where I'm more interested in, and look at what are their area of research and interest, and see two things, also their publication and whatnot. Just have a quick glance like this. What I'm doing here is trying to understand the staff profile who are going to be, within the faculty or the department, because at least one of them will be supervising me. There may be even more that I will engage with. Maybe you like their research or something bring you together, whatnot. But at least I know that, okay, this person, for example, this is what they do, molecular framework materials. Don't know what that means. But if I was in this field, I kind of like would get an idea for two reasons. One, you can easily identify whose research you're interested in, and maybe that can be part of what you would add on to your application. Also, two, you can see whose research aligned to yours, because sometimes you already come with research interest and you really want to stay in that space. So if you check through the staff profile across board, it can help you identify, okay, these individuals, if I can't get this person, maybe I'll work with this one, and whatnot. And also if they have funding, like I think this person we clicked on earlier, they have grants, so it's there, or they've had grants. I'm not sure if it's still active, but yeah, so you can see funding includes, they have 100,000. That was in, oh, okay, that was a while ago, 2010, 2011. But it has something to do with some funds. So it gives you an idea if you want to, an active collaboration with other uni and University of Leicester. So it gives you an idea if there's money in the department, people that have gotten grants, and if you can key into those projects. So as soon as you come in, you can be like, I would like to get involved in this current project, depending on the phase that it's at and depending on your expertise as well. So yeah, you want to review the page of the academic staff in that department. It really would help you. And you can highlight some of those, maybe not necessarily mention names in your personal statement, but you can definitely mention projects that you have seen online. Career employability, so these are where you will be working. So in your personal statement, the last phase they ask you, or one of the last phases, probably the last actually, is that, after your program, what you're going to do after your program. So you want to come here and pick a bit of some of these things. You can decide, okay, I want to focus on food and drinks or liquid crystals because, and all of that links to your previous research, your background, sorry, and also your research project that you'll be doing on the MRes. And then you can take it forward. You can say you're going to do that as a job. So after this, look to get employed in this area. Or you could actually say you're going to do your PhD in that field. Doesn't, just get something that is solid and something that is evidence-based, because this is evidence-based. So I think mostly that's it. You don't really need to mention about campus or anything much like that. We're not really expecting that much from you, but definitely it's important that you do this. So there are other things. You don't need pictures of buildings, whatnot. Now your entry requirement, yeah. So this one is essential. As an international student, you come here and then you look at the requirements. You can also go to country-based or country-specific places to find your entry requirements, English language requirements as well. All of this, you should be very familiar with them before you even apply. Additional requirements and all of these, PhD, whatnot. So here, it's actually easy here. They've already made it easy. You don't even need to decipher anything, because they've told you student visa following the updates January 2024. If you intend to bring family, you can only do so within one of these, PhD or research-based higher degree. Please note that all our MRes are classed as taught. Okay, I swallow all of what I said about the dependents, because obviously they have classed it as taught, so you cannot bring dependents on this, and they have actually written that clearly on here. Okay, I mean, it does seem like that's why you do your research anyway before you apply. But yeah, so this is one. I was wondering, like, they have quite a lot. 21, is it 21 or 19 courses? I'm thinking you have 19 courses that can bring independent. That's interesting. This cannot bring dependent, so we have to backtrack on this one. But the process is the same. I'm gonna keep the process going. Just assume it's, the one that can bring dependent. Why is my laptop so sensitive? This is frustrating. So they give you information on writing your application, just a little bit, encourage you, and some other courses that you may not have thought of that they have. And then yeah, and that's it. So I would just show you, let's assume this is an MRes that you can apply for. I will just show you. So you come on here, so you're happy, you're like, everything is all well and good. You click on your apply now. I'm not going to apply for two reasons. One, because it's just a waste of time for these people. And then two, a lot of what you need to do here once you start the application is to just put in all of your information, which we can do that outside applying, because I don't want to apply, send them, because they will, if I'm not registered. So if I sign up, yeah, they're going to bring all of these. I'm going to send them my email. They're going to send me confirmation by email. I really don't want to trigger the system because it's of no use. I'm not applying. But you put your information, it will ask you to verify your email. You do that, and then you go into the actual portal. Now, most of what you do in the portal is you just copy everything you have from outside the portal and put it in there and submit. So I think that's kind of straightforward. So I'm going to stop this here. We can look for an MRes that is dependent or that can take on dependents, because obviously this one can't, and talk about that. Thank you, and bye bye.